Hey, my name is Drea. I'm a recording artist and songwriter based in Los Angeles, California. I am also the founder of Reclaim Movement, an open-level dance class for women who have survived sexual assault and trauma. I'm here today to talk about my newest single and music video, Monster. Monster is a song that I wrote shortly after my own experience with rape. This was a song that I didn't actually intend to sit down and write about my experience. I was working on a project for a friend and he sent me a dance track over, and Monster is the song that came out when I wrote to that track. The track originally was supposed to go to another artist, but as I sat with the track, I realized the symbolism that it really had for me personally and my own experience with this traumatic situation. As I was moving forward with different producers and trying to get the right feel, and nothing quite hit home until I started utilizing my vocal strains in those hums to kind of have this continuous flow to the entire track, this kind of ominous and almost spiritual element to it. And then also utilizing my body to actually be the beat. And as we were editing the track, I wanted to be sure that those times that I hit my chest actually sound like a heartbeat. So you have a heartbeat and you have my breath, and that's all very reflective of what I was feeling and just those very human moments. Because the reality is, when a person is getting raped or when someone is being violent against another person, they're only able to do that because they take that humanness away from that person, and you become an object of desire, or you become someone to have control and power over. And so it was very important to me to have those human elements in order to bring that humanity and to remind the audience and remind myself, like, yes, I am a human, I am a person, and I was taken advantage of in a way that was completely unfair and never should have happened. Koehl is a DJ and producer here in LA, and he and I worked on my last 3 singles together. So it felt like the right relationship to be able to tackle something this personal and this emotional for me. And I really trusted him to be able to take my vision and my ideas and be able to implement them and put them into a track in a way that was going to be professional and just really well put together. I told Koehl, like, we're not doing another vocal session. I am only doing this one time. We will do as many takes as we have to in this one session, because this is the one time I am going to this dark place to create this song. And then, of course, several months later, here we are, and I had to go back to that dark place to create the Monster music video. Originally, I had this concept for the video in my head for several years as Monster was in the recording process. I wanted the video to be relatively simple and to be a close-up of me, just showing the emotion, showing the blood and the hands and just this creepy element to it. But as I started to have meetings with Koehl Visuals, who I've worked on for my last several videos, I realized that I did want to add a dance element into my video. Dance has been something that is very cathartic for me, and it was a big part of my healing process as I began to heal from the trauma that I was experiencing and the symptoms of PTSD. And it's one of the reasons why I started Reclaim Movement, of course. So I felt that dance was going to be a very important part of this video, and to introduce a healing element and a strong character into the video that kind of helps to contrast from being taken advantage of throughout the entire video. I knew going into shoot day that it was going to be very heavy, and I warned everyone ahead of time that it was going to be a very heavy, a very serious shoot, because I was going to take myself to an even darker place than where I was recording the song. So one of the things I actually did is I had the shoes that I was raped in. I don't know why I kept them all of these years, but maybe just to have them in this moment. And even though my shoes were out of frame for the performance shots, I was wearing them to literally put myself in those shoes. And I'm incredibly happy with how the shoot went. I had an amazing crew who was there for me emotionally and professionally, and I feel like we really pulled together something that does justice to my experience. I wanted to release Monster specifically during April, which is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, in order to stand in solidarity with fellow survivors. I understand that I really can only speak to my own experience, and ultimately this video and this release was for me to truly release this chapter of my life. But at the same time, I hope that the video will show other survivors that it was not your fault and you are not alone.